We start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video, when the price was within this move, I mentioned we can expect for one more drop, but I mentioned if we get any drop with the breakout of this low, any reversal, we can look for buy. This is what we get. And the only times we can look for buy to look for this small correction. If we move to the lower time frame based on 15 minutes, this is the only way we could look for trade after we get this reversal with this correction. Okay. Now, if anyone is in this trade, because we mentioned after the price break, because we point on this too, we mentioned we can expect the one more drop with the breakout of this, any reversal we can look for buy, and this is what we get. And now again, I mentioned that the only way to trade was to look for this. What I want to say is that anyone is in this trade, they should start to manage. Okay. And the only reason was that we could look for this, even if we refer to the indicators, MACD doesn't show us any divergence. The only way is this one, show me the divergence. That's why we pointed any reversal. The only reversal was this. Actually, this one is quite aggressive, but in terms of the risk and reward can give good and can give us good trade, and even if there is a continuation. Okay, now we want to see what's the next. What can we look for, another trade setup or not? In this case, we start with higher time frame, we start with daily chart. As we can see, based on daily chart, we have been within this correction. We want to see how long we'll be within this, whether this one can continue to take the top, or still we can expect one more drop before we get the next move. That means may this one turn to a more complex correction. We need to be aware of that, but mostly we expecting the price continue and break the top, even with a sharp move or as a correction. In this case, we move to forward chart. All right, as we can see, based on forward chart, last time when the price was within this move, we mentioned the price can take to 32.5. That's why if we refer to our analyze in my last video, when the price was within this move, we mentioned may the price can retest this one. Okay, that's why if you want to look for buy here, what we want is the sharp move. Because if the price start to correct, may this one can turn to a corrective similar to what we have here as a running flat for one more drop. Maybe at that time the price can retest this. Then we want to see whether they can break or not. If they can break, we need to look at the entire structure differently. But if not, any reversal we can look for buy. Okay, the reason I pointed on this is if we want to look for any trade setup from here, we need to get the at least sharp move flag for continuation. That means if you want to if you get the buy, we see it's not moving, we don't stay with the trade, because maybe we have the another possibility for one more drop. All right. In this case, we move to the 1 hour chart. Do you want to see how we can trade it? Based on 1 hour chart, anyone is in this trade, they should move their stop loss to break even. And if we want to look for next trade for buy, we need to get the flag or correction here. If we get, we can look for continuation. And if we get any buy trade, buy setup, when the price comes to this stop, we start to manage it. Okay. Maybe we put here 37.4. Okay, and I need to mention again, if we get, we're looking for the trade setup, but right now we don't have it. Whatever we get, we need to get a sharp move. As if it's moving as a corrective, like we see the way it's moving is a corrective, similar to what I draw here as example, then we shouldn't stay with the trade. Or if we can manage the trade, like move our stop loss to break even, we do it. If not, we take out the trade. Okay, as I mentioned, based on forward chart, maybe we get one more drop, because this one if turned to a corrective move, similar to what we have here for one more drop. But right now, since we have this sharp move, any flag or correction, we can look for buy. By the way, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.